Hi, I'm Nerida Conway. I have recently just gone through a massive renovation with a house that we bought that was perfectly functional, but just not our style or taste. The kitchen has always been and always will be the heart of our home. I have 3 small children, so I needed to have a kitchen that was not only extremely functional, but given the amount of money that kitchens cost, I needed it to look good as well. So very importantly, I needed some good ovens, and I've heard about ovens that do this, that and the other, but really I just wanted ovens that not only looked stylish, of course, to go with the rest of the kitchen, but ovens also that cooked and had a couple of different functions that I really need. There are so many on the market, so it was quite difficult to choose, but in the end I went to Glem. So in the style of oven that I liked, there were 2. One was gas and one was electric, and I decided to get them both. One oven is always on the go cooking things like casseroles, roasts, all kinds of different savoury main courses, and the other oven is always on the go making desserts, cakes, scones. Not that I'm a fabulous baker, but I give it a whirl. So I'd like you to meet Exhibit A, which is my wonderful electric oven. Now this oven I love because it has 9 functions, it's fully programmable, which I'll tell you about in a minute, and as you can see, very stylish. So one of the functions I really love is the preheat function. So I can flick that on, turn it to whatever temperature I want, and the light comes on when it's reached that temperature, and I know I'm ready to put things straight into the oven. Another function which I really love is the defrost function. This is just great. It's very gentle, so I can put some meat in there in the morning and know that when I get home from school, it's going to be ready to cook for dinner. Now, one of my favourite things about this particular oven is the fact that it's fully programmable. So what that means is, as a busy mother, I can actually put some dinner in the oven at about, I don't know, in the afternoon at some point. I can program it to come on at about 5 o'clock. I can go out to dancing, do all the different activities I've got to do after school with my children, and by the time I bring them home, the oven has cooked dinner and turned itself off. So it's not going to be sitting in there burning, but the meat or whatever I've cooked will be sitting there resting, and I can literally walk in, pull it out of the oven, and off I go. Love it. Now, I'm in the middle of cooking a beautiful pork roast for my family tonight, and what I love about it is that unlike my last oven, everything cooks evenly and beautifully crisp, so I can get my crackling super crunchy and the meat just falls apart. Another brilliant function about this electric oven is it has, drum roll, a self-cleaning mechanism. How exciting are those words? So basically, it's very easy. You literally remove all of the bits and pieces from inside. Very excited to tell you that all of these bits and pieces go into the dishwasher. Even these side elements come off very simply with a little hook system. So next, I pour in 50 mils of cold water just into the bottom of the oven. I turn the mode to the top and bottom elements and onto 100 degrees, close the door. So we'll walk away now for 7 minutes and come back and let it work its magic. So it's been 7 minutes, and as you can see, most of the 50 mils of water has evaporated and there's a beading on the glass. Now it's all beautiful and warm, and I can just simply wipe it up. It cuts through all the grease. Makes cleaning very simple. Now, as you can see, it's a 1-piece liner, which means that there's no seams or any yucky bits for food to get trapped in or residue. There you go. Really couldn't be easier. Now I'll tell you all about my gas oven because I'm equally as excited about this, and it's quite different. So this oven has 4 functions: classic bake, fan grill and grill, and that is absolutely plenty. Now I'll show you how we light it. It's very easy. So for example, I'm going to bake a cake in here now, so I turn it to classic bake and I'm going to choose the fan bake option. I hold it down, I turn it to the lightning bolt. Once it's lit, which is a few seconds, I can then release and adjust it to whatever temperature I like. Another little cool thing about this oven is that when the door shuts, the fan comes on and turns off when you open the door. And as you can see, there are 4 vents, which means that everything gets cooked beautifully and evenly. Both these oven doors are triple glazed, which means that I can actually have the oven on for hours, put my hand on it, and I'm not going to burn myself, which is fabulous having children running around the house, because this one's quite low, so I'd hate for anyone to get burned. So here's tonight's dinner, roast pork and a sponge cake. I did them both at the same time, no intermingling of flavours or tastes, and they are superb if I do say so myself.